Our reaction is pouring in after a judge in Haiti indicted 50 suspects in the 2021 assassination of the country's president. Among those on the list are the former president's wife, plus a former prime minister and ex-head of the National Police Force. In his report, the judge said President Moise's widow gave statements, quote, riddled with contradictions. The widow's attorney rejected the claim, calling the indictment ridiculous and unjust. Despite the charges and detailed report, it remains unclear who planned the attack. That information may never be known. And for analysis, let's bring in Lester Munson, senior fellow at the National Security Institute and an expert on Haiti. Lester, great to have you back on the show again. So what more do we know about the charges, especially against President Moise's widow? And why do you say there's reason to be skeptical?
Well, over 50 people were indicted in this move by the court, including the former prime minister, as well as a leading police official. So this was a wide-ranging action by the court. I think it's and all of these charges may be very valid, but I think it's going to be very difficult for us to tell. For one thing, there is no rule of law in Haiti. Haiti has basically been turned over to armed gangs. There's a lot of political revenge moves going on in Haiti right now. It's been 2.5 years since the president was assassinated. There's been, if anything, more instability since then. So we should be very skeptical of this news. It may be legitimate, it may not be. But I think we need to be mindful of the context in which the court was putting out these charges. It is a very, very difficult situation in Haiti. Hundreds of people are being killed every month. It's a very bad situation, and we need to be mindful of that as we look at those events.
Yeah, it's very important to keep that in mind. Does this report, Lester, does it include a reason for why President Moise was targeted?
Well, I am not sure. I have not read the indictment myself. My French is terrible, I will confess. But there's a lot of political recriminations happening in Haiti right now. There are different factions. There is no rule of law. There is not a single federal official in Haiti who was democratically elected. So the democracy is gone in this country. In Haiti, the international community has been seeking to bring in a peacekeeping force, which would provide some stability, which would reduce the violence on the streets, particularly of Port-au-Prince, the capital. That has not happened yet. That is not a real mark of distinction for the international community, including our government here in Washington, which has been trying to be helpful in this and failing thus far. So there's just a lot of chaos in Haiti. It's really difficult to ascribe motives when from here, where we have expectations about the rule of law and that kind of thing, the situation is just very different in Haiti.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of jumping off, out of that, there is also a lot of fear that these indictments could actually cause further violence and unrest in Haiti. That being said, is there any sign that maybe that's taking place right now because of what happened?
Yeah, we've seen more. The violence on the streets of Port-au-Prince is ongoing. It has not abated. I don't think this decision is likely to bring peace and stability to Haiti in any sense. There's not a lot of legitimacy here, and so there's a long way to go before we see stability in Haiti. It is true that we need to have justice brought in the case of the assassination of the president, and the guilty officials need to be found and prosecuted, and they need to be taken care of by rule of law. But there just is not rule of law in Haiti right now. So it's really hard to see how this is going to lead to a positive outcome until we see real stability, the rule of law, peace, and these killings that are going on in Haiti have to stop, because right now there is no peace and security in that country. It is an extraordinarily difficult situation, and it's just a few miles from our borders.
Yeah, it's a horrible situation there, a huge humanitarian crisis as well. Lester, thank you so much for coming on. Good to see you again.
My pleasure. Thank you.